Well, welcome everyone. We're going to go ahead and get things started. I imagine we'll have more folks joining as we get going, but we're really excited to be with you today to talk through UGC videos with Matt Hiltner at Target and myself, Dave Feinlieb, founder and CEO of It's Rapid. We'll keep it light, keep it interesting, and save some time for some Q&A at the end. And Matt, maybe we can get started with you if you don't mind doing
Love
a
it.
quick intro. We'll start there.
Yeah, thanks for having me. No, appreciate it. So my name's Matt Hiltner. I'm the product content lead over kind of all things ratings, reviews, guest Q&A, and also work a little on our social visual program as well. That shows up on target.com.
Awesome. Well, a pleasure to be with you here
Yeah,
today. We've had a long working history with
it's
Target
true.
across multiple companies. As you know,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
built the content health scorecard system at my previous company and really enjoyed working with the whole team there on that. And excited to be sharing some highlights of this video creation tool that we're going to be talking about today, as well as some of the great updates to the Target site, which I've got to tell you just looks amazing. So I'm excited to have you share the story of the latest updates. So we'll be talking through some intros, a quick overview of It's Rapid, just for some background, talk a little about UGC video, talk about how to build these, and then we've got a great offer for folks at the end. So without further ado, a quick backgrounder on It's Rapid. We work with many leading brands and retailers to help them create all kinds of customer-facing content, whether that's banner ads, videos like we're going to be talking about today, product detail page copy and title optimization, hero images, which are becoming even more important these days, imagery, and then sell sheets, which is a more recent offering for sales teams and sales operations. So excited to focus in on video today, but we do have the privilege of working with many really incredible brands. We started out with PepsiCo as a project there, really thinking about how to scale content creation and have had the good fortune to be able to work with lots of brands across lots of different categories here. So if you think about kind of the workflow, if you will, on the left hand, we have Hey Bullseye, we have our partner Bazaar Voice, of course, and we have partners that do PIM and DAM systems like Salsify, the Data Council, and a number of others. And really what we're trying to do is help content creators take those two elements, that existing marketing content that they have, and then the ratings, reviews, and UGC, put that all together quickly and easily and create these really nice personalized videos. So Matt, maybe you could spend a moment, talk to us
Yeah,
about Hey Bullseye and
of course.
UGC kind of at a high level.
No, for sure. Yeah, I think this was, conversations we had kind of at the beginning of like, here's what we're trying to do, right? Like, we'd love to see more video, we'd love to see more reviews. And so I think this was really kind of a marrying of both. So in general, we have, a really strong partnership with Bazaar Voice. They help us run Hey Bullseye, which is our own review seeding community. And we really grow a lot of reviews through those methods. And I think what's better than to use your reviews in more unique ways. And so that's where kind of these ideas sort of came from is like really video is also a very important content type across Target on our PDPs, like David mentioned, like we've got the product content scorecard, a lot of categories. It's a requirement to have video as well. And sometimes reviews can kind of be a little lower on the page. And so getting that content up into the image carousel and getting review information up there can be really, really beneficial and really kind of like almost optimizing your investment in reviews through getting new videos and kind of pushing that content in different spaces for our guests to see it.
Love it. Really, really
Yeah.
great way to think about this opportunity. So What we found in talking with a lot of brands is they have the aspiration to build these kinds of videos and this content, of course, but how can you do that quickly and easily? So we really built this tool set in partnership with brands based on conversations with you and many other partners to really take something that's a 8-week cycle for many of our clients down to a week or less and really be able to make this into a scalable process. So if you think about the whole workflow end to end, you've got your briefing, you build, we have built-in proofing tools. You can further iterate once you get feedback, you deliver the final videos, and then you can keep doing more of that across your whole portfolio. So it really means that instead of having this limitation of only being able to create personalized videos for a few of your products, you can do it across the whole portfolio. And ideally, you can keep refreshing that video content during the year for shopper moments as you get new ratings and reviews coming in that are really compelling. You can keep updating the videos throughout. So really flexible, meant to be quick and easy to use. We support lots and lots of different formats, and of course, dialed into the target specific site requirements so we can really help brands make sure that everything they produce is going to go live in a really efficient and streamlined fashion. But Matt, let's take a look at the site. I've got some
Yeah.
screenshots of it here. And we've worked with you for
Yeah.
quite some time. I gotta tell you, it is looking really nice.
Yeah. I know the larger target has been really devoted to streamlining our site, making, new and different aspects across it. And I think actually, this is a great example of like, hey, video is what people care about, right? Like definitely something we've been trying out on our main page. But really, there's been a ton of like focus in on our PDP. And I think really making sure it's super visual. That's where the guest is shopping in our image carousel. And that's why, definitely conversations that we had early on was, how do we get more of that content in that image carousel? There's already video sitting in there. How do we get some ratings and review stuff out in there too? And so I love some of the partnership that Dave and team have done with some of the brands they're already working with, saying like, hey, would this be something you're interested in? And then these videos are really great too because they're unique to the product, right? Like the guest who's shopping for, Pepsi wants to know about that specific product probably aren't looking for a video that's like Pepsi's the greatest brand in the world, right? Like they want to know about that specific item they're shopping. And so bringing that review information up to that space can be really, really beneficial in that shopping journey and can probably help them convert a little bit faster. And since it's right there, that's where they're already kind of going is that image carousel. But yes, you can kind of see here, this is, a nice example of we've really kind of exploded that image carousel and made it even bigger. So when the guest lands on this, right away are seeing, hey, they've got images, they've got videos, like I can engage with these things a lot faster than we could even before.
I love it. Will you talk to us a little about, you have so much experience with sites and with guests and how they spend their time on the site. We kind of share with us, and you don't have to give us
Yeah.
specific numbers, but the thinking on this
Hmm.
visual viewpoint. I really like the look and feel of it. And obviously, if you look on a percentage basis of the page, it's a big piece of
Yeah.
the product detail page.
Yep. Yep. I mean, the image carousel is our top most engaged space. It's like 10 times more, I think, than even ratings reviews, which comes number two. So we know our guest list is going right there. And so that's why, images have been so important and definitely a key component of the product content scorecard. Video has grown as well. And then we've even started getting our user generated content in that space too. So really it becomes a place for our guests to kind of quickly shop and then probably add to cart right after that. And so it definitely is very, very important to get important information in that space.
Love it. It's great. So, really a great opportunity. And I think here, what's so compelling is with this focus on images and videos, you can kind of curate the ratings and reviews and some of
Mhm.
that UGC content and bring it right to the front here and right
Yeah.
where the guest is going to spend their time. And you can make it super interactive. So I'm going to flip over here and show a quick sample video just to give folks a sense of what that actually looks like. So give me 1 second and I will have that up here. If you look, take a look at it.
I
So
think that's
what's great
like,
about this video, just beautiful, beautiful work there, obviously,
mhm.
that we
Yeah,
see
I
there.
love
But I
too that
really like the
you're.
way, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Dave.
No,
I
please,
was gonna
please,
say I love
you
too
go
that it's
ahead.
like
Go ahead. It's such a
no,
great
no.
video.
Yeah, I love that it's integrating the ratings reviews into probably the video content they already had, right? And I think,
Correct.
bringing a little
Correct.
bit different differentiation in there, I think is really key to kind of grabbing that guest attention with a video. Because yes, a lot of people are engaging with our videos, but they're probably just used to exactly that stock um, video that you're seeing. So adding this little extra in there, I think is definitely a benefit.
I love it. That's exactly right. And here I think what's so neat is that you're able to integrate product imagery if you have that and video that the brand has in-house, which I think
Mhm,
is really nice. And like you said, oftentimes we talk to brands where they might have really long form video and they
mhm,
want to take a few clips from that, but they don't want to lose that personal feel, the review content here, which I think
mhm, mhm.
they've done a really, really nice job kind of putting all those different elements
Yeah,
together.
love it.
Matt, how do you think about ratings and reviews generally? Is that you want to be seeing more of them on the site, or you're happy with the volume, or it's a bit of a
Yeah,
I think I might know the answer to this one,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
thought I'd ask.
I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to be happy with my volume, right? I think we're definitely always looking for more. Recency is the big one too. So
Yeah.
I love too with this tool, you kind of mentioned like you can add new reviews as that sort of comes in a little bit easier. Because that's kind of always been one of our things too, is like even building out a video, it could be like a one-time shot, right? And then your reviews kind of get stale pretty quickly. But I think it's definitely important to get our guests we know wants to engage with the reviews. And so we always want more of them and we want them to be within like 3 months if we can. And so definitely like getting that fresh new content in there and then even pushing it up into the image carousel, all of that is definitely going to only give that confidence to the guest to make the purchase.
Love it. Well, great stuff. I think we've got a good look at the site itself, the use of images and video. We talked a little about engagement and where guests are spending their time, especially on the product detail page. And we looked at some examples there. I think a few things I wanted to touch on in terms of the how-to. So there are, I think, a few opportunities we hear from brands about. One is, can I do this quickly and easily? You know, some brands have in-house teams, they have agencies, they have account teams, and they like to be able to kind of balance the workload across all the different people and skills sets that they have in their organization. So I think the key thing with the tool that we've really put together with you is it's quick and easy, it's storyboard based, and it's really, really easy to put these videos together. The other element is we've got this great partnership with Bazaar Voice, so that really unlocks a lot of access to UGC content, to ratings and reviews, especially for customers that are working with us and with Bazaar Voice. So I think that's a great opportunity. Of course, for brands that are sourcing UGC from other sources, easy to load that in. But obviously, this Bazaar Voice partnership, I think, really unlocks things and streamlines the workflow, that additional step. And then another piece we've often heard about is the importance of getting one, the video itself right from a technical perspective. So that means the frame rate, the video size, sort of the specs of the video. So we have all the target specs and information. So we know we're going to generate videos that adhere to the site requirements. The other piece of it is the VTT files, also known as closed captioning. They have the information with some timing information embedded in the files. So we've made that really easy to produce as well. And we can automatically generate those for clients at the same time that they export the videos. They can export these VTT files. So really just taking all the different elements. How do I source the content? How do I have these storyboards? Can I make new storyboards? And then ensuring that I've got the outputs I need in the form of videos and the captioning files so that the videos can be approved and can go live on the site. Matt, any other requirements or things like that that brands should be thinking about as they start to produce more of these?
Mm-hmm. I mean, nothing in particular other than, yeah, I think it's definitely smart to use your product content scorecard, look at, where you have those gaps potentially in video and focus there first. And definitely like think that through. Definitely want to get at least 8 reviews. I think a lot of these brands are going to have far more than that.
Yeah.
So definitely making sure that you're kind of doing those investments kind of first. Obviously, you're going to need some reviews to build those videos. So definitely partner with Bazaar Voice, even doing review sync with Hey Bullseye can all be really great ways to click off those other things on the product content scorecard and then produce a really nice video that's utilizing your investment in a different way.
I love it. And we'd love to have anyone on the call today reach out. We'd love to give you a live demo of the video storyboarding tool. I included a screenshot of it here for the purposes of the webinar today. As you can see, it's super easy to use. It's storyboard based, so you don't have to think about timelines and when assets are going to appear and disappear and come into the frame and all these different things. You really just put together the different elements of the storyboards, and you can create a video in just a few minutes. We provide off-the-shelf storyboards, so you can start with the ones that we have, or you can have us build out custom storyboards for you, or finally, you can even build your own. So really a variety of different ways to work with the storyboards and get the content really customized and personalized for your brand or for multiple brands if you have multiple of them in the portfolio. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we generate VTT files automatically. So really easy to make sure you're getting those files to go with all the great creative you're putting together. And then we're integrated with leading PIM and DAM systems. So when you think about systems like Salsify and other PIM and DAM systems, and we can import content and assets that you have on hand, like some of those video clips directly from those systems. We can pull in the UGC content, assemble that, if you will, using the storyboard tool, and then have the videos and the BTTs ready to go. So, Matt, our goal is to help make sure you're getting lots of great
I
content
love it.
for the site.
That's
And
great.
I think, the obviously the more content you have and the more guests are interacting with
Mhm.
these products and with the product detail pages, the more they're then gonna create reviews and write about the products. And it's kind of this nice cycle
Yeah,
to get people involved with the products and the site.
100%. Yeah, I love that.
So really exciting. We're thrilled about the partnership. We've had just a lot of wonderful work with you on content scorecards at our previous company and now with this video storyboarding tool. So super excited about this and about these various partnerships that link these different systems together to make it possible to build videos quickly and easily. As we wrap up today and maybe save time for a minute or two of Q&A, would love to have you just kind of sum up, talk with us, if you will, about, I
Yeah.
think, your expectations when it comes to content and the
Yeah.
site.
Yeah, I think I probably said a lot of these, but I think just as a good reminder, definitely we have that expectation. We'd love to see videos on all of our PDPs, and I love that this tool definitely could provide that differentiation of more personalized videos. we see a lot of those brand-based videos, but how can you make them a little bit more specific to that product the guest is shopping? And I think bringing in the reviews and pulling in your existing assets is definitely a right way to do that, to really kind of like stand out. I think these videos are definitely going to be a differentiator for sure. And then really bringing the ratings reviews to where the guest is shopping, which I said, we know is pretty heavily in the image carousel. Get that review up there, and kind of above the fold, getting more visibility to the reviews. I think I love that it definitely has that cycle feel, right? Of like guests are going to see that they'll be like, oh, maybe I should start writing reviews on Target, as well, so that other guests can kind of help out. So love that as well.
Wonderful. Well, I think a great opportunity here. We've been really thrilled to see the adoption on this new capability. Excited to be partnering with you on this.
Yeah.
Before I get to the Q&A for folks that are listening in, I did want to mention this special offer that we have where you can contact us at sales@itsrapid.ai and get your first video free. So we'd love to help you build out a video using existing assets that you have. If you need any stock imagery, video clips, we can help with that. And of course, pulling in ratings and reviews and making sure you can feature those right where they're front and center and super visible for the guest on Target. So really excited to be able to share this with our audience today. Lisa, I think we've got a couple of minutes if we want to take a few questions. And I've also got a couple of questions that often come up, so I can start with those if that's helpful.
I think that sounds like a plan.
All right, great. So, Matt, one other area I was curious about is kind of how you think about, you've got imagery, you've got video. Obviously, video is a bit more dynamic, engaging. How do brands that you work with and I think about the balance between those two uses of the carousel?
Mm-hmm. I think definitely like throwing, 5 or 6 different videos on there is not going to be super helpful, right? And I think that's why like really devoting your time and energy to a little bit more focused video that the guest is really going to want to read,
Yeah.
and kind of engage in, I think is definitely important. And typically our video sort of like falls a little after the images too. So definitely thinking that piece through as well. Again, I've definitely had the expectation we have at least 3 images, but we also know really that 4/5 image does pretty well as well.
Yeah.
So that's a minimum. And I think like getting this stuff in here, I'm not saying ignore your brand videos either. Those can sometimes be important as well, but maybe a couple of videos as in that, something to think through, and one that's a little bit more personalized, I think is always a good thought.
Fantastic. My other question that I often hear about, and you touched on it earlier, is this idea of freshness when it comes to content. Obviously, we'd all love to be updating content much more frequently. What are you seeing as kind of best practices when it comes to keeping content up to date and engaging for the shopper?
Yeah. I think we're always talking about that as a larger product content team. From ratings reviews, I think we've always sort of heard through insights that, 4 3 months, recency is probably a good thing to think about. But really, I think it's always smart to be thinking through, even recency in your image carousel and your videos. We have a really strong social visual program with Bazaar Voice as well that gets UGC content right in the image carousel. We've often said like, why wouldn't you submit like seasonal images, right? Like get that content out there, to sort of keep it fresh and interesting to the guest.
I love it. So keeping it fresh, leveraging kind of the existing
Yep.
partnerships, the
Yep.
content that you have, and I
Mhm.
think putting it front and center with this the
Totally.
great kind of product detail page layout that you've
Mhm.
got with
Yep.
this really visual feel to it. We hope we can help make brands able to build that content quickly and easily. So great. Well, Matt, thank you so
Yeah, of
much
course.
for your partnership and
Of
for
course.
taking the time to chat with me and
Yeah,
share
no
some of
worries.
your insights today.
Of course. Thanks so much.
All right, we'll see you again soon.
For sure.
All
Bye.
right, bye.